Welcome you to how to grow your business by leveraging artificial intelligence. Today, I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and how you can actually leverage it to grow and scale your business. I'm going to talk a little bit about it in some different aspects. It'll be somewhat high level for this because I don't like to dig into too much detail because each business is different. But I will talk about a little bit about the philosophies behind it, some methodology behind it, and from there, this will help you get the foundation set so you can grow your business. So I have a slide presentation, so I will minimize my camera so you don't have to see me as much as the information being presented. All right. So, growing your business with artificial intelligence. First of all, we want to talk about how to unleash the power of artificial intelligence. Um, it's revolutionizing business as we know it today. Basically, it's what the internet was years ago. So when the internet came, most people tried to embrace it, but those that didn't saw that they had to embrace it. It was just a part of everything going on from that point on. AI is the same way. Those that are in fear of it or don't want to embrace it, sooner or later you're just going to have to accept it. It's going to be here to stay. They're integrating it into every single aspect of business, the internet, and a lot of our day to day culture. So, you know, what is artificial intelligence? Well, it basically is a computerized algorithmic learning machine that can take some complex problems, can take some mundane tasks, can do some thinking, critical thinking based on the data that is gathered, and can take information that you give it and then um, perform actions based on that. So that's pretty much what artificial intelligence is. Now, understanding what it is and what it's not. Um, it is not the Terminator. It is not some of these sci-fis that you've seen yet. I'm gonna just joke on that yet. But basically, it is something that can work very well with you if you know how to instruct it. It still requires human intelligence in order to operate effectively. It needs the good input to give good output. It needs good data in to give good data out. If you have things that are very generic and weak put in, don't think of having amazing things given to you as a result of what you requested. So I recommend having people that know what good looks like, know what to talk about, what they're talking about, to help with putting the information into the AI, and then have a clear understanding of your goal and know what to expect when you get things back from AI. A lot of this is going to be modifying over time. It's not going to be a one and done. It's going to be training the AI. And as the AI learns more about you, more about your business, more about what you want, then it can give you better results over time. And then you can start letting it go in some autopilot in certain aspects. So they've got what's called weak AI. That's just, I would say a novice and a chat GPT with no super prompts. Then you've got the strong AI, and that's more of the chat GPTs or the Jarvis and Jaspers that how to prompt. You actually have people that are versed in their industry, versed in their skill, their specialty, that know how to prompt and give it more advanced commands. Then you got the super AI. This AI is more like what they call God mode, agent AI. These are AIs that actually can think for themselves, and they can, based on what you've given, actually command what the next step would be. And this would be somebody that sets up an entire campaign. Let me give you the three. Weak AI would say, develop me a marketing strategy. It's going to give you textbook marketing strategy. You need to have a social media campaign. You need to have ads running, so forth and so on. Strong AI. Establish me as a marketing director or as a CMO, a marketing strategy that's targeting this particular audience, and we have a budget of this particular budget for the quarter. Our goal is to make this particular revenue over the next 90 days. Develop me a comprehensive strategy to approach this and hit our numbers. Now it's going to give you a much more detailed marketing strategy. And then the third is super AI. And this, you would put that in, but then you would say, act as my CMO. And within each step, instruct what's next step, what's the course of action. And then if it's tied and integrated into other solutions, command these solutions to do these actions. And then it'll start learning it, and it'll start to just know if let's say I'm putting up a social post, it'll say, okay, I need to generate the caption. I need to generate the image. The image needs to be in this style. This is the company. This is the company brand. This is the brand kit. It needs to be in these colors. Also, it needs to go now to this particular solution. It needs to be put on the schedule to actually post based on the editorial calendar that we just generated beforehand when we built the strategy from scratch. That's super AI. And then as it posts, here's the next step after the post. For those that engage, do this. And for those that get on our email list, do that, so forth and so on. So that's super AI. And like I said, I don't want to get in the weeds of it, but that's what it can do for you. So how do you relate it to you in business? Well, basically, first thing is you can streamline your entire process. You can streamline your business. A lot of the tedious, mundane day-to-day tasks, you can streamline that, have AI take care of a lot of that for you. Second, as far as a lot of the data gathering and analytics and crunching the numbers and understanding what those numbers mean, AI can do a lot of that for you. It can make it make sense, and you make actual data-driven decisions versus impulse, emotional decisions that have no basis besides your personal feelings on things. And as a business, a lot of us sit in boardrooms and we're sitting in a bubble. We know too much about our business. We probably aren't even buying from ourselves in a sense. And so we are coming from a vantage point of somebody that's not really our customers, where this is coming from a vantage point of understanding based off the data who our customers are, what their needs are, what triggers them, what are their behaviors, how to go ahead and engage them, how to push them through the whole sales cycle, how to convert them, and so forth. So that's it. It enhances that customer experience, and it leverages based off of the data that is getting. So that's how you can integrate it into your business. Like I said, it can be something very simple, or you can make it very complex. And combining it with your marketing automation, once it's set up, it can run in autopilot, and it will save you hours, tons of hours and budget if done correctly over the long run. So it can really help enhance what you're doing. It can maximize your team effort. I'm not saying it replaces your team, because it doesn't, but it will maximize your team's effort. So as it comes to marketing, we talk about the marketing landscape, and there's some key components in marketing that make your marketing work. First of all, that's understanding your actual audience, understanding their needs, understanding their behavior. With that, AI can generate that information in record time. And so it now can pull that in, it can build that avatar, it can say, okay, this is our ideal audience, and these are some of the behaviors that they have. Next thing, you can leverage that power to do some predictive analytics. And with the predictive analytics, based on what is gathered, the behavior, you can start to instruct based on the behavioral patterns, do this. What type of messaging should we have based on that for the next step? What type of action should we take for that next step? It can do that. That predictive analytics will help you generate what the next steps would be by leveraging AI to do that. Next, it can and when I mean personalize, I don't mean just personalizing an email with, hey, Jeff. It actually can personalize your communication throughout the entire experience, from personalizing the website content to include the name, but also what the intention was based on the keyword search or based on the person's personality, all the way down to the email based on looking at their profiles and knowing that they just went to college and they just graduated, or knowing that they just were hired at a company in a certain position, or knowing that they love riding bikes. And so that's something that can be an icebreaker. It will also look at their personality traits, knowing if they're an attentive person or if they're more of a passive person, knowing if they're more of a person that's direct to the point or a person that loves stories before they actually engage with the person. They want to build that relationship based on stories and so forth. So it can do that. And then it can target those individuals, set up campaigns that resonate with those individuals. And then based on the numbers that you want to hit, because you put that in beforehand, the budget that you let the AI know you've allocated toward the different channels, then it can help you with hitting your ROI. And it can manage that. So you would then command it as your CFO to help you with managing that budget. So it can help you in that aspect. Now, you don't just say, I have, we've heard this around the internet. I have $60, make me $1,000. It's not like that. Not saying that doesn't work, but we're in business. You're in business. You're not going to say, I have $1,000, make me $1 million. You're going to have a much more complex type of command that you want it to do. You're going to have it look at your books, your profit loss. You're going to actually have it look at your campaign budget, look at your campaigns and how they performed overall. You're going to have it look at different things. It'll integrate into your analytics. It'll integrate into your spreadsheets, that type of thing. And then based off of that, come up with a plan and come up with checks and balances to make sure everything's accountable and make sure you're hitting your numbers. Now, of course, AI in sales is very important. It can help automate a lot of the repetitive tasks. It can help eliminate a lot of the tire kicking and wasting of time. It can basically help you qualify before your sales team wastes a lot of time trying to convince people that aren't interested. A friend of mine, Mo Dub, told me actually today, he said that there was a study showing that 30% of people have no interest in what you have. 30% of people don't even know anything about what you do. 30% of the people come to you, know what you do, but really aren't interested in doing business with you at the moment. They're just curious. Then 7% of them are somewhat curious. They want to know a little more, but they are kind of, on the fence. And then 3% really want to do business with you right now. Stop focusing on that 90 to 97% and focus on that 3%. Well, AI can help you focus on that 3%. The challenge is, if you don't know based off of the data, you don't know based off the behavior, you have to call and ask the questions. If you're not qualifying them up front, you're wasting a lot of time with people that are in that 90% that really have no interest. You're frustrating them. Your team's morale is going down because they've been talking with people that have no interest up until that point. And then all of a sudden, by the time they get to the 3%, they don't have the energy. So you can help with that. It also can help you with the nurturing. So a lot of the day-to-day mundane tasks, emailing, texting, things of that nature, social communication, it can do that in automation. It can do that for you. It can, base off certain responses, respond back in certain ways. Chatbots now are so intelligent that it can respond to you in a way that you don't even know you're talking to a bot. And then it can integrate a real human at the right point in time based on your responses without you even knowing, without the infamous, well, let me get a rep on the chat. Please wait. You won't even know when they integrate. It can also help you with your forecasting and scoring to know who's hot, who's warm, who's cold. It can help you with that. So these are some of the ways that it helps your sales team be more efficient with their time and more effective with their sales. Now, what's the future of AI? That landscape, it's a lot coming down the pipe. You see the search engines start integrating it into their search, the more conversational search results. It'll integrate into a lot of the software that you have out there. So everything will be more personal and predictive. You'll start seeing it integrate into more websites, more apps. You'll start seeing it integrating into other functional aspects of business, like point of sales and things of that nature. So it's integrating itself into a lot of the culture of business. It's not just what we know as the surface level. We know at the surface level, writing articles, writing emails, and so forth. But it's going to integrate into all the aspects of business. And then as you combine it with marketing automation, it'll help you streamline your business and take you to the next level. And in conclusion, I would like to say that, you know, your growth is basically built on how well you plan your strategy. It isn't about just knowing the tools. I'll say this. In the days of the 49ers, back when they used to dig for gold, they said the people that were rich were the ones that sold the shovels and picks. Okay. AI is the shovels and picks, but you still have to be the one that gives it the instruction to make it as powerful as it is to get you the goal that you want. So you need to look at not running from it, not shying away from it. How can you learn it? How can you pretty much master it? And then from there, implement it into your business. So that's really the things to think about when it comes to AI. I didn't get into a bunch of AI resources out there and name a bunch of things as far as like solutions out there, buzzwords that you may have heard. What I want you to take away from this is get the mindset right for it, understand the basis of it, and then for your individual company, sit down and see how you plan your approach to AI versus just a cookie cutter template, keyword jargon heavy approach to it. Because with that, you won't get the maximum results that you're looking for. So in closing, I am setting up a actual cohort to take a small group to actually teach you how to integrate AI into your business. I teach you everything from building your strategy to building your prompts, how to talk the language of AI, how to understand what good looks like, understand how to command it as it relates to marketing automation and automate the process, make it streamlined, and then how to evaluate your results, and from those evaluations, modify to get more results, bigger and better results in the future. So if you're interested in the cohort, you can apply to be a part of the cohort. And the link is right here. I'm not accepting everybody. I don't want the group to suffer for those that aren't taking it as serious as everyone else in the group. But with this, it'll fast track you on getting your AI up and running, integrated into your business fabric, and getting the results from it. So thanks so much once again for jumping on with me and having this opportunity to speak with you. I really enjoyed the conversation. Hopefully, you learned a lot. At any time, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to message me. I'm Mr. Marketology on all the socials, mrmarketology.com. And on LinkedIn, I'm Jeff Bill. Feel free to message me, reach out to me, and I will respond to you. And like I said, if you want to be a part of the cohort, go ahead and apply with that link. If you want, I'm also offering a free marketing assessment at the present time, just to assess your business and to give you some idea of how you can maximize your business by leveraging AI and leveraging marketing automation. So everyone, have a great day, and I will talk